Hello there and welcome back. Today we talk about the beautiful new pedal from Bliss called Onward. As you might have noticed, I'm a huge fan of Bliss. The way I'm using their pedal, it's a lot for creating texture, sample that I use extensively in my production, and something like the Mood Mark II became one of my staples in my live performance setup. This might go there too. What is Onward? It's at the beginning I was a little confused, but after a few hours of play, I really love it. It does something that really blows me away. It listens to your audio. And it has two channels, one called the glitch, one called the freeze, that whenever they perceive some sound and the sound is above a certain threshold that you can set in the pedal, they sample it. And they keep resampling their audio, their buffer, anytime that some more audio come in. One, the glitch channel create movement, create rhythm, create glitches, and it can go very weird, but can also be very controllable. And it reminds me a little of what you can do with the mood. The freeze, on the other end, it's more of a pad drone channel, where the sound, it's sampled, and then that particular moment, it's like extended in time. What you can do with that? A lot of stuff. You can create a background of music where you can improvise on top. You can make your simple sequence become really complex. And to me, this is gonna be another weapon of choice to create samples that then will create ear candy that are so important when you create your tracks. All right, before going in a deep dive of it, some way you can support my page. Please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. You can buy from the affiliate link. You will spend exact same amount of money no matter what you buy after you click my link. Just be sure that the cookie is active. And I got a tiny percentage, so win-win. And third way, the best one is becoming a Patreon. This channel exists thanks to my Patreon. Without them, I couldn't do anything. So, thanks to them. Let's go back. Onward. Let's go, as usual, through the demo that I did. I had this simple sequence that I really love, made on Digitact. So, as you can see, there's these two channels. Let's turn it on one by one and let's listen what they do. Glitch. So the glitch is listening to the audio. And even if this is not tap tempo, you can put the tap tempo, but I didn't activate it. It can be clocked though. It sample the sound that come in and spit them out with all the modification that we will see after. So somehow it goes very well with whatever comes in. And then we have freeze. And freeze it listening, and whenever things come, it create, as you can hear, longer moment. It will be as it is. It will be easier than to explain when we play something. But basically, what I did before, I sample and I freeze, and I could create all of these weird things happening behind my music. And I can go 100 full wet and mix it. It's great for transition. So, let's turn everything off. Also, I have a lot of secret things going on, so let me reset. To reset the pedal, you go 1, 2, 3. Now it does that, and you press the button. Now it's all reset. Okay, first, we already discussed about the glitch and the freeze. You activate just clicking. What else do we have here? Different section. So we have the mix, of course, is fully dry, fully wet, and all in between. We have size. Size basically tells both the channel how long the buffer the recorded sample, the recorded buffer will be played out. So it could be a granule, or it could be as long as 1 second. There's a modality, you know, Chase Bliss in the back has all of those sliders. There's a mode that is called half speed. Basically, it's like half speed of a tape. It will make 2 seconds the limit of a sample, but also introduce some low fidelity in the sample. Could be nice. Then, right below, we have error. Error is something that introduces error in the playback, and it could be 3 kinds of error. The first one is just time related, so it will spit out the buffer in different time division, and so it creates rhythm. Then we have the mid one, which is rhythmical and also introduce the sample reduction. And the third one, it introduces also the pitch modulation, so octave up, octave down. We will listen and it's easier. Then we have a sustain knob. The sustain works with the fade, and you have a slow fade in, and then you decide, in this case, like slow fade in, user fade, and this one is a snappy fade. So whatever of this one you pick, the sustain decide the middle step, like your DSL, your sustain. And it can be also at the fully clockwise, means that it's infinite. So basically the buffer that is recorded will go on forever, which is pretty cool. Then the last part of the pedal is called the effect part. You have 3 things. One is octave, octave above, octave below, nothing. Then you have texture. On the right side is distortion, analog sort of distortion. On the left is digital sort of distortion, sample bit reduction, you know, the crunchy digital thing. And then animate. Animate in the middle doesn't do anything. Like this is a sort of slow chorus. And like this is a modulation, pitch modulation, that works in tandem with sides. That's it. Then as usual, you have 3 presets here, done. And on the back, you have a plethora of things. We won't go there because it's too much. Let's play something, and I want to show you basically what happens. So let's pick a sound. Something like this is okay. So whenever you play anything, this guy is listening, like mood, right? It has its buffer always on. So let's start with glitch. So now it's listening. I'll play something. First, for example, you need to be sure that your volume is enough to trigger the sampling machine. For example, now nothing happened. Actually, yes. But if it's too low, then you have to set here with the hidden feature. You see here there's written sensitivity. So you press both of these and you can select how much sensitive this pedal is to incoming audio. So this is enough loud to trigger it. So here it is. Here's what happened. Right now I trigger something and he repeated. If we put the biggest sides, he will repeat a second of audio. Now, if the sustain is at minimum, the sound will fade, and we have a slow fade in and then a slow fade down. But if we put sustain to the maximum, and let's put this snappy, here what happened. And this will go on forever. Maybe we want something more nicer. More nicer, you don't say more nicer, I guess. If I play anything else, it will replace the buffer. So this is interesting because you can evolve your thing. It's also great with drumming. If you find something that you like, let's say this, oh, you love it. You can hold and it becomes green. You can latch it or not from the back. Once it's latched, now I can play on top and nothing happened, because it will be saved in the memory. Now what I can do though, it's introduce the effects. First, I can introduce error. So So the first is error that is timed. It's chopped the things and it created this interesting rhythm. The second one, it's rhythmical and also it has crunchiness, digital crunchiness. As you can hear, the signal is spread because I put in the back the spread. So when it's stereo, it spread the signal, the affected signal in the left and right, which is nice. Also, you can hear, if I play here, that the sound of the effects go down because I activate the ducking. The ducking means that whenever some audio come in, it ducks the effect. To decide how much the duck work, you press both and you use the duck here. So if you put at the maximum, when you play, basically you cancel the effects. So you want to have just a little because it's nice. Third error type is the one that introduced all the pitch. This was similar in Therme, was similar in mood. It can be super nice. Now, the last part is playing with the octave. Let's put the error at minimum. So this is like I'm putting the octave down. This is the octave up. And then texture. Digital crunchiness, analog crunchiness. And you can decide. All of this is also MIDI CC controllable if you have the MIDI thing of Chase Bliss, which probably would make this pedal super, super cool. Oh, and I had something on. I had animate on the modulation, as you can hear, the pitch modulation. Nothing. Slow modulation. So, we turn that off. We can play something else. What happens if you play drum? This. So sustain, it's always at the maximum. It's pretty cool. Just 2 notes and he created this. Super cool. So here you can see what happened, just triggering things. We can put also the fade in very slow, so then the new things will be introduced very fairly slow, as you can hear, still have to arrive. There it is. Okay, enough about the glitch. Let's move on the other one, freeze. Let's pick again some sound. Extract this one. So, freeze, listen to the audio buffer, pick one specific moment and dilute it in time. Let's listen. Actually, let's first place everything like this. Right now I have a fast envelope, so as soon as I play, it records the note and here it is. Now it's in the memory. You have the chance, say you like this, to record it, and now you have a sort of drone, octave, decide if it's above or below, and then you can, as before, add error. Imagine to have then another pedal, like a reverb, a delay, things can get very interesting. This is what happens if I play a sequence. Let's bring glitch in. Now, there's few other things that you can do. Also, it's cool to have these things keep going on and you can keep work on them. The effects can be sent to just one channel or another. For example, let's say I want the glitch to be influenced by size and error, and I want the freeze to be influenced only by octave and texture. So I go into setting mode, and with this I decide this texture and octave, I put it on the right, so means works only on this channel. Sustain will work in the middle, and this one will work just on glitch. So now, say I play something. Say now I sampled stuff. Now if I change error, this won't change, but only glitch will change. And the octave will change only on the freeze. So now I have a way to perform with some buffer that I recorded. You want to balance the two channels? Easy, you press both of these, and with this channel now, you can listen just to the glitch, just to the freeze. So you can balance. And then you can bring back your sound. Then, other interesting things that you can do, you can create ambient composition without basically doing nothing. It's an interesting model, like, say you have these things going on, you turn on freeze, you have it 100%, you can put the trigger probability of the track very low, and you let create things. Now we know that error and size doesn't work because we deactivated, so let's bring it back both. Here it is. And now you have an ambient texture, fully wet, just using the freeze. Since this is a dynamic machine, so if you play some slow, low gain notes in it, it won't trigger the internal sequencer. So it's also probably very good with acoustic instrument or mic'd instrument, which I don't have yet here. And also, this is, I just got it yesterday. I'm already falling in love, as everything that Bliss does. But this is a pedal that needs a lot of exploration. But once you get it, it's super simple to use. You have also, let's go back to this one. Let's say you want to tap tempo it, you press, double press, and now you're on tap tempo. Actually, I don't know, first you have to turn on that, and then, and now all the different parts are on tempo. This is great, like from this, okay, sounds cool to me, but and let's say now you want to hear both, all the three error going at the same time. There's this and other things, you press both of them, let's go out. And now, with both engaged, if you bring error to the maximum, now you have all of the three error going on for some real nasty action. So what I would do in the future for sure, I would just probably use it 100% wet, maybe in sand, and have the chance to record all of this ear candy, because these are gold material for your production. But anyway, This was my first video about it. More will come. And thanks, Bliss, for sending one. They appreciate as usual. And it's all for today. I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot.